Very good one here, and eventually we will. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think of all this. So I haven't really covered this topic, and if you're not familiar with my channel, I talk movie and TV shows, especially superhero related content, and pretty much the industry as a whole, and the hypocritical social justice ideology that's infected it all. So Cuties is a thing over on Netflix, and it's not something I talked about. Everybody else has talked about it, so it probably won't garner much attention here. But as someone that has four toddlers, I feel like I need to say something about this. As I don't support cancel culture, I'm firmly against it. But as, like I said, someone with four toddlers and someone that speaks out on the crap Disney does all the time, I really got to address this Netflix situation because it is quite disturbing, and it is the biggest push we've seen so far for this type of thing. That they've been working their way up towards it. As you can see, you got Ted Cruz asked DOJ to investigate the Netflix film, and you've got other things like this happening. Texas House Representative Matt Schaefer calls for investigation into Netflix's Cuties. And look at that critic score versus that audience score. That's the biggest divide I've ever seen. Now, there's been quite a big divide between critics and audiences, but this is the biggest one I've ever seen. And Cuties is a rather disturbing film. There are a lot of people that saying this film's stunning, brave, beautiful, whatever, that not to listen to the controversy, to go look at it for yourself. I urge you not to do that. It is a rather traumatizing film. I do have a review channel that's mostly just for trailer reactions and reviews. That channel's in its infancy. I do TV show and movie reviews, and maybe I could put a review of this on over there. But this is such a disturbing film. Seriously. It is. Supposedly, the defense of it, supposedly, this is the opposite. They say that this is supposed to have some kind of message. It's supposed to be a positive thing and all that. It's supposed to be against that type of thing. But this film exploits children for the sake of exploiting children. It really does. If you think there's some kind of moral message to be told or whatever, no. There's no. It is like 95% focused on exploitation. Not character development, not substance, not some kind of real growing pains or some kind of real lessons. It's just an abrupt, oh, okay, 95% of the movie, and then some kind of abrupt, drastic shift in the character. There's no substance or explanation there for the sudden change. This movie is just absolutely disgusting. This movie is littered with disturbing scenes from children and adults alike, scenes that children shouldn't be involved in. And when it comes to an investigation of Netflix, I don't know if Netflix can actually be held accountable, but it is on their platform, and that is the hill they're choosing to die on as they're bleeding subscribers every day. They are defending this movie, and it's just maybe they could be held accountable as some kind of distributor of, child. I'm trying to not get this video suppressed because a lot of my videos get suppressed because I say words that YouTube's not fond of and it suppresses my reach because I don't hold back usually I don't hold back when it comes out to calling out things. The parents and everybody in this movie, though, in reality, should be investigated. Like everybody involved in this movie, from the cast and crew to the parents and all that, they should all be investigated for child abuse because this is child abuse of a sexual nature. It doesn't matter if you think the content of this movie is to send a positive message, because everything that goes into the making of such a film, what they have to wear, the fact it's got to be fitted for them, and what they got to do, what they got to act out, all the training, auditions, stuff, all the choreography, all the stuff that's got to happen in order to make this movie happen. Everybody involved in this film needs to be put under a microscope. They need to have their life, their personal, private life, focused on as much as the camera focused on the private parts of these young girls. It's really appalling, disgusting, and off-putting. I mean, you might as well consider the whole cast and crew a ring of, you know what. But this film doesn't actually surprise me at all, because over the past couple of years, there has been a real push. It's been more subtle for normalization of this kind of thing, and make no mistake about it. This film is exploitation for the sake of exploitation, and it is to try to push for the normalization of this thing. And this is the first real big push into something mainstream like Netflix, to make it more universally accessible. But there have been articles and things over time that are like, we should consider minor attracted people a mental illness, and they've used the LGBT community as kind of dominoes to push in that direction, to say, well, this person's born this way and they can't help it, so we should just accept it. And I've got nothing against the LGBT community. I really don't. I poke fun of some of the things that more mainstream tries to do in that effort, but I've got nothing against them. But I do have something against minor attracted people. That's something I'm never going to accept. That is not going to happen. They have, like, they call them m.a.p.s, protected class, and all that. This pushing for acceptance, you can't clump people like that into the LGBT community, because the LGBT community doesn't need to be lumped in with people like that, and they would personally find that pretty damn offensive. Most of them that aren't minor attracted people would find that pretty damn offensive, trying to cram that group into with them. So this is really, it caught a lot of people by surprise, and it's really disturbing. And there's even a YouTube reviewer talking about that he thought the children were hot, and it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. This film made somebody like that feel like they could just come out and admit their disturbing behavior, and I guess you could credit that as a good thing, but it's absolutely disgusting, in my opinion, for anybody to feel attracted to children. It really is. It's gross. It's gross. And this whole movie is just gross and disgusting, and it is exactly what the majority of audiences think about it. This isn't some right-wing push like the media is trying to frame it. This is something that both people on the left and right can universally agree with, that is just wrong. Yeah, like, you can see that audience score right there, that most people agree that this is wrong. Now, critics, they're paid shills, most of them. And the ones that aren't, well, maybe all these people should be looked at very closely. All the people that gave this film a positive review, maybe they should all be looked at closely, because some of them no doubt have fetishes for this kind of thing, and it's absolutely disgusting. It is really, really disturbing. And like I said about mainstream media, gradually making this push. They've talked about maybe that this should be that m.a.p.s, minor attracted people, should be classified as a mental illness because they can't help the way they're born. That we need to have acceptance for that. No, absolutely not. No, you're not getting acceptance on that subject from me. Not at all, ever. That's just Not gonna happen, and it's just this movie. God, it's ridiculous that people are defending it. And some people have tried to compare it to like the Joker. No, that doesn't work. I've seen some articles trying to compare it to that, and they were all against the Joker. They wanted that movie just taken down before it ever saw the light of day. And this movie's just littered with disturbing scenes. It is exploitation of children in the worst way possible, and the writer slash director is really, really disturbing because the way this film is shot is just, uh, it's absolutely a garbage film in every way possible. And it is not some stunning, brave, beautiful story that tells some kind of important lesson that conveys it well anyway. It's not. It's not. It it does exactly what it claims to be against, and you can see the hypocrisy in it, and it's just a nauseating, excruciating experience. But I think the woman that did this film, she also, the only thing else under her belt is this other film about an 8-year-old child whose father apparently comes back with some young second wife. And I don't know where to find that film to watch it. I'm not sure I would want to watch it. But this might help show a pattern if that film's similar to what Cuties is. Granted, this is a short film, but if that film's, it might show a pattern for the woman behind this film. And this is the director slash writer who is really disturbing, and I don't understand how this happened. I don't understand how this got so far. Well, I guess I do understand how it got so far, because you look at child actors. Hollywood has a thing for this type of stuff, and child actors always grow up messed up for a reason. The parents of the children in this film need to be investigated, and everybody involved in this film needs to be investigated, and that's my opinion on this one. It's rather disgusting, like hands down disgusting, absolutely universally disgusting. That anybody defending this movie is a very questionable individual. Anybody saying that this is a good movie, for one, even without all the like sexual exploitive stuff or whatever, it's just a dumb, stupid movie, and all the other stuff about it just makes it absolutely disgusting. And if you go actually look on IMDb, I can say that I frown upon society, but I'm very happy with this score right here. I think it should be an absolute 0, but there are a lot of sick people out there, and there are a lot of shills out there, and of that nature and all that. But this score, yes, this is a disturbing, disgusting movie that's really unsettling and just really creepy. And what is wrong with everybody involved in this movie? I have no idea. Well, I guess I do know what's wrong with them. They're just sick individuals that have a real problem. And this, like I said, I'm not on board with cancel culture. I'm not. But if Netflix loses a tremendous amount of money because people feel like they should unsubscribe, then absolutely, I applaud you for that, because they want to normalize this thing, and normal people don't want something like this to be normalized. This is just... Anyways, but that's it for a good one here. Eventually we will comment down below. Let me know how you feel about all this stuff. Stay awesome. Rock on.